Round two, looks like we got ourselves a mulligan here. This is a nice keep though. Hellkite on top. That's interesting. Expensive card, but it's one of our bombs. I guess I'll put it on the bottom. I feel like I've got bigger priorities than putting a 6-drop in my aggressive hand here. Yeah, like I'd rather draw that. So now we can go Blade Whirl into Lantern Scout into Mage, which I feel like is pretty good actually. Carrier Thrall. Well, Carrier Thrall's not a huge deal if I get to do this Blade Whirl right away. All right. Nice. Go Scout. Next turn, Chasm Guide maybe into Fire Mantle Mage. Maybe the Mage, depending on what my opponent plays. Opponent can't really block well here. Can block with the Thrall to get a ramper though. Might do that. Might want to get to like 6 mana in a turn. Looks like opponent's not quite ready to do that. I have a feeling there's a Bone Splinters in our future here, but we'll get it out of the way. I guess I would prefer it on a Lantern Scout than a Fire Mantle Mage. Mage seems like it's one of our, probably one of the best allies we have in our deck. Right next to Angelic Captain. Entangler is a pretty nice utility one as well. I think Blade Whirl's a pretty important one too. I mean, we definitely can afford to take some damage here. All right, no play there is pretty interesting. That's a good draw. Let's, I guess let's play Chasm Guide. I think our opponent's likely got a combat trick, but I can't think of a double pump. Titan's Presence revealing Deathless Behemoth. All right, so opponent's going to have that online next turn, which is actually pretty problematic. So we can't attack now, unfortunately. But we are just a couple mana away from being able to use Stone Fury on the Deathless Behemoth. We're also a mana away from Angelic Captain, which is big. Okay. Yeah, I think we just bust out Angelic Captain here. I think we've got to. Too good not to be honest. But we're not going to swing with anything else. No reason to throw our other allies away just for a couple extra points of damage. But if our opponent slams the Deathless Behemoth here and we play Fire Mantle Mage, they're in pretty big trouble. I think they're just dead, actually. So, wouldn't mind our opponent not drawing a land and just playing Deathless Behemoth. I think that'd be pretty bad for them. Ooh, alright. Looks like we just got our opponent dead then. Now we get to play Fire Mantle Mage and just swing everything, and that's got to be lethal. 7. I guess not lethal then, but we got Touch of the Void next turn, so I guess it's not super important. We're also going to gain just a quadrillion life. Yeah, I guess we'll kill your Carrier Thrall. Deal 13 to you, take you to 1. So has to kill Angelic Captain. And then even if they do, Touch of the Void's gonna seal the deal for us here. I think we'll just get rid of a couple planes. All right, let's get in with the captain. Yeah. Still get to win because Touch of the Void is a good pick. Opponent's deck looks pretty solid though. So a lot of ramp, some fatties. We've got the Stasis Snare for the big dudes. Don't have a lot of other ways to deal with big dudes. I guess Turn Against is a pretty excellent one for dealing with it. No real sideboard cards that I see though. So I guess we're just going to try it again. I mean, Hedron Blade, I guess, lets us sort of swing into it. But I don't know if I want that necessarily. I guess I could. Lets us attack into Deathless Behemoth and... yeah, I mean, it does. It's not horrible. It's a little bit pricey. I can just kind of fly over top anyway, I think. And I've got the removal for at least one of them. I think we'll keep it the same for now. Okay. Game 2. Yeah, I mean, we're going to keep it, but I was ing about, do I want to play this turn 1 Lookout? Or do I want to save it for later allies? I'd probably just play it. I like ally triggers, and ally triggers are powerful in this deck, but if we can poke through a few damage with Cliffside Lookout, it might be worth it. There's no guarantee, though. We'll see. It's not like we're doing much of anything else. Super early. All right. Lantern Scout's a good one. Guess this works slightly better when you go Lantern Scout into Cliffside Lookout, but that's okay. Possibly go Scout into Champion. That would be nice. Well, we still get to attack into Cutthroat, which is also nice. Fire Mantle Mage. Mage should be good next turn. I'd rather him kill the Lantern Scout than kill my Mage. That's a sick trade for us, actually. I would say Cutthroat is much better than Lookout. Granted, Lookout's ability is good, but I feel like we're not going to be able to get that going super quickly. All right, so our opponent's going to get Courier Griffin, Ondu Champion, or Stone Fury, or Hellkite, but we're a ways away from Hellkite. I feel like Champion might be the one to take, even though we can't play it technically. Oh, it can take Fire Mantle Mage too. Mage, I guess, might be the smartest one to take then, because then it forces us to draw land. Yeah, I would say Mage. Correctly picks the Mage. I agree with that choice. All right. Guess we go Steward, swing, gain some life. Pretty sick synergy. Oh, you can put a counter on either one. Let's make our steward bigger. I like making the steward bigger because I think the lantern scout's a bigger target. Yeah, it turns out Lantern Scout and Serene Steward are pretty insane together. Mindraker, and he gets to make us discard. I don't know what I discard, though. I kind of want to discard the Hellkite. I feel like Hellkite's so far off. Let's play Champ. And I guess we'll get in for 6 here. Probably trades with the Steward anyway. Maybe trades with the Scout. Yeah, I wasn't actually sure. This is fine too, though. That would have been cool. If I had the mana, the fact that you can still trigger it is pretty sick. Steward is insane. I could have just swung Lantern Scout, but then it kind of makes the Steward irrelevant there anyway. Alright, Deathless Behemoth's a big threat. So just go Griffin, pass. And then I'm just a land away from Stone Fury value, which our opponent does know about. No reason to double block, I don't think. If I don't draw the land, I'm trying to think if I just want to swing into Deathless Behemoth and 2-for-1 myself, but get some damage through. It's not the worst idea. I mean, I do still get to swing into Behemoth with Griffin, which is nice. If he plays Bane, I probably have to kill that, though. Alright, well, I guess it doesn't matter. If we get gripped here, no grip. All right. So if I'd kept the Hellkite instead of like the Griffin, what would have happened? My opponent would be at 7 right now. I'd be at 23. I wouldn't have Hellkite available to me until next turn. I still think ditching the Hellkite probably ultimately is for the best. Okay, well, got the match. That's kind of cool. Opponent had a good-looking deck. Ramp strategy, Zulpor Cutthroat definitely shines in a green-black. Deathless Behemoth's an excellent Eldrazi. Bane of Balaget is good. He's got the Transgress Mindraker processing synergy. He also has the Titan's Presence. Yeah, I think our opponent's deck was actually quite good. We just happened to draw a little bit better. All right, we'll see you in the finals.